All right, guys, welcome to race number 3 here at Most live from Canada. This is Cross MTV presenting you the GTCC. And guys, it has been unbelievable. I'm JD Smith in the booth. Alongside me tonight is Kane Kraft. And so far today, it has been one crazy event after the next. It has been one crazy day for racing here, and these Kias motorsport do not get along. It makes for some really exciting times, but as far as the driving goes, it is truly a challenge for these drivers. I can't wait to get things rolling here in race 3, Kane.
I can imagine race 3 is going to be just as exciting as the other two. We've seen a lot of action here at Mosport, and I'm a little sad for a couple of these guys who's had a couple really tough races, but I hope things get better for them in this third race, and hope they're able to get through the race and get to the front of the field.
And for those of you that are just joining us, maybe you missed race 1 and 2, Doug Beard in the number 23 mile marker Brewing Company Kia was able to take the victory in both those races. We also saw Rob Fagg in race 2, who took the lead and was out running red hot as he lost a little bit of control, got off the track, and the rest was history. And was a tough break for Rob. So I know it's going to be fun to see if Rob and Doug can give us a great show to battle for the win. Also, another story is we also have a newcomer here. He's driving for 80 guy is Arthur Harmon in the number 80 Kia. Really glad to see him. He fought Doug as hard as he could there in race 2, Kane, and gave him every bit of a run for his money there, and I'm excited to see what he can bring back to the table.
Yeah, he definitely brought everything he had to Douglas Beard at the end of the last race, and he nearly got it. He was right there within half a second of Douglas Beard. And Douglas Beard has showed the last two races that he's definitely got the pace.
And I think that's going to be key for the drivers here tonight, or here this afternoon, as we get ready for the rest of this final race here today. That's one of the keys for Arthur. He really looked to have found his rhythm there, Kane, and that's really what you got to have at a track like this. It's this technical. You got to get into a rhythm, and once you find that rhythm, it really makes up for a lot of time, and I think Arthur Harmon really found that. So keep an eye on that number 80 Kia here in race 3. Well, the guys are gridding right now, and like I always do here, I'm going to let my great companion buddy right here beside me in the booth take this thing to green.
They are off. Looks like everything's going well so far. Into turn 1, everybody's keeping the cars going in the right direction. Everybody's cleared turn 1 and heading down into turn 2, which is where things get really scary. And everybody's taking it nice and easy. It looks like we might get through the first couple dangerous turns on the track and get some good racing going.
Oh, then there's finally trouble as I'm looking in the back of the field. It's Simon Goodwin, Drew Lidke's teammate in the number 66, get off track and get into the tire wall. Oh, now there's Simon Goodwin.
Yeah, looks like Jim Egan got on the curb and just rode it up over the curb and got right into Simon Goodwin. Bad luck for Jim and Simon.
Looking up near the front of the field, Peter Hebron in the number 46 Martini Kia is out front and currently in the lead, Kane.
Yeah, Peter Hebron has pretty good luck on the reverse grids. He's started up toward the front a couple times on the reverse grids, and he does well once he gets through the traffic. And if he starts on the front, he's hard to catch.
And right there behind him is the number 83 of Fabrizio Battistella in second place. And behind him is his teammate in the number 80 car. That is Arthur Harmon. The 80 guys looking to do a good job here and gain some more point strength, as they have been looking really good. You wouldn't think they just joined each other. You wouldn't think this is their first race together this season, Kane. It looked like they've been doing this for quite some time together.
Interesting piece of information. Douglas Beard is back in 7th. There was just an accident. Looked like Kofi Moore got sideways in front of the guys and got T-boned.
And another little tidbit that's fun is Rob Fagg is trying to make his move, as he has already went past both of the mile marker Brewing Company drivers, and he's trying to make his way towards the front. Okay.
Gets a little replay of Kofi Moore's accident. Yeah, it looks like Matt Gelder might have been the one that got into it.
Did look like Matt Gelder got into it right there. And right now, God, it's just so much, so many storylines surrounding this league. It's fun to watch. Ooh, almost got a little loose there. Was Douglas Beard, and Matt Gelder right in front. Mario Girard going to try to make a move on Matt Gelder right now. Big battle between these two drivers for the 5th place position, Kane. Mario Girard had a rough break in race 1 and 2, so I know he's ready to get out and have a great finish here in this 3rd and final race.
Yeah, he's definitely applying the pressure there to Matt, so we'll see how he ends up going here in the next couple laps. We know Matt's probably got some significant front-end damage from that incident with Kofi Moore.
And I'm glad you said that, Kane. I'm just looking on, and he definitely has some big metal up there on the front of that mile marker Brewing Company Kia. The number 69 has quite a little bit of damage up front. And right now, Mario Girard goes onside and tries to make a move. Is he going to be able to pass? He tries the outside and will not be able to make the pass. He tucks back in. We'll see if he tries it again soon. He does seem to be gaining some momentum and a good jump on that, but he just doesn't seem to have enough to make a complete pass. And so that's good defensive driving by Matt Gelder and from front to hold off Mario Girard like that.
Well, I think he's going to be a little short on power, so I think Mario can get around him. He just needs to be patient, and I think he'll get an opening that will allow him by pretty easily. With that
another
damage.
great battle is Rob Fagg trying to make the pass on the 8 for 80 driver Arthur Harmon. He gets to the outside of him. As they coming around to the turn, he is going to make the pass. Will he be able to hold? He will, as he pulls in front of Fabrizio Battistella in the 83. Now his eyes are set on Arthur Harmon, who is the current leader.
It's like more trouble for Kofi Moore. I think he got off track again and collected a barrier.
And I'm trying to see what happened to Peter Hebron as he was in the lead, and now he is back in the 8th position. So don't know what happened to the number 46 Kia there.
Matt Geller went in and got some attention from his pit crew.
And Rob Fagg really battling hard to try to get up to Arthur Harmon in the 1st position. We are currently on lap number 5. Guys, this is going to be a 13-lap race, and it is going to be one heck of a race to the finish. This is already turning out to be a better race than we saw in races 1 and 2, as the guys are really starting to find their rhythm here. We're starting to see some great racing from Arthur Harmon in the number 80 at the current pace he's going, Kane. I don't know. It's going to be really hard for these guys to catch him. He's got out to a really fantastic lead here. And, somebody off track.
Fabrizio got off track. Getting ready to come back on, waiting for Mario to get by. Nice and patient Fabrizio. Good sportsmanship there, waiting for the clear ride to get back on the track.
Yeah, it's great to see the great sportsmanship featured here in the GTCC. Last week we had some shaky issues. We'll talk about that post-race, but it's really good to see some good sportsmanship this week here at the GTCC. It's what this league was founded on, and I'm glad to see it come back here. And it's what it's what these guys are here for. They're a great group of guys, and we love having them here. And great to see the great sportsmanship on track.
And we have this week has definitely proved to be a lot better week than we had last week. Everybody's really been waiting for a good clean opening before making their moves and their passes, and I think it's kept the racing cleaner and kept the tempers down and been more enjoyable all the way around. But these cars can definitely get frustrating, so I can definitely see how tempers can get a little out of control with these early cars.
Yeah, definitely. It can get out from under you in a heartbeat, as we saw it happen to the number 28 of Robert Fagg just last race. Look, right now, Rob is really trying to push towards the leader of Arthur Harmont right now. And Kane, he is edging closer and closer every lap.
He's down to half a second now, so he's definitely gaining a lot of ground.
He's close on that bumper, and we've seen it time and time again with the number 28 of Rob getting on these bumpers. He is just as good as anybody at making a pass. He will find room to make a pass. And just like we got through talking with him in the past interview, first race, he's definitely determined to get up there. So it's going to be fun to see, especially
as he's closing into Arthur. Douglas Beard is closing into him, so I don't think it's going to be long until we have a three-way battle for the lead.
Can I say four-way battle, as the number 27 Diagonal Motorsports of Mario Girard is actually trying to come up in this as well, Kane. He started a little bit further back, and he's been working hard to get up here with these guys. He has no traffic in front of him between him and Doug Beard. It could happen.
Yeah, as these guys get close to each other and start racing each other, it could slow their times down enough to where Mario could catch right up to him. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if Mario gains pace.
We are at the halfway point. We're going to have a battle for the lead. Kane, Rob Fagg, door to door with Arthur Harmon. They're on the outside, and Arthur tries to keep his position held. Rob's great run on the inside here. They go to the new corner. Rob's going to switch over and try to get ahead of him, and a great run by Arthur Harmon to save the lead. What a battle between these two. We saw door-to-door white-knuckle racing, and it was able to be held off. The leader doing a great job of defensive driving, saving his position and P1.
Yeah, that was costly for Robert Fagg to risk it like that, and it cost him just a little bit of time, which allowed Doug Beard to just catch right up to him. So now we're going to see a pretty good race for that second spot, as Rob's trying to get back up to challenge the leader. Doug is right there to challenge him.
And there's nothing better that Arthur Harmon likes to see right now, ladies and gentlemen, than that number 23 of Doug Beard battling Robert Fagg, because as soon as they get in the battle, it's going to help Arthur Harmon be able to just drive away from this, hopefully, is what his thoughts are. But right now, Rob Fagg doing a great job trying to separate himself from Doug and get back up there with Arthur.
Yeah, I think Rob is aware enough to know that if he's battling with Doug, that Arthur is going to pull away. So he don't want to see a battle with Doug. Not anytime soon. He wants to get up there and battle with Arthur and get around him and let Arthur battle with Doug. Either way, somebody's going to be battling with Doug very soon.
Yeah, because right behind him is Mario Girard. Mario's a little bit further back, but it's only lap 8. This is a 13-lap race game. Mario Girard could get up there. I'm looking at lap times right now, and he is right on pace with Doug Beard from his last lap. So he's going to have to pick it up just a hair if he's going to make it up. Side-by-side racing again, ladies and gentlemen. Rob Fagg and Arthur Harmon got side-by-side for a moment, and Arthur Harmon does a great job holding his position once more. If he gets out for the third time, you think the third time will be a charm, Kane?
I don't know. Every time he does it, it seems like it pulls him back just enough for Doug to catch up to his bumper, and then we get the same scenario again, where if Doug catches him enough to start racing with him, it's going to start costing time, and Arthur may pull away. So I don't know. Rob's doing a great job with with catching back up.
He really is. He's getting in right behind and using every single bit of aerodynamic advantages he can from Arthur Harmont right in front of him. He tried in that, and look at, he comes right up on the bumper. And as soon as he finds another opening, he will try to make a pass. And I don't know, the third time just might be the charm for him.
I'll tell you, Arthur is showing some tremendous patience. You know, Robert's getting up there next to him, and Arthur's just holding his line and keeping his pace and getting up back out in front.
And lap traffic is ahead. He'll pull over and actually get off the track for these three front runners. And that's great job by him to get off. Side by side again, Kane. I don't know if he has enough jump on him. He doesn't. He's going to have to tuck back in. He jumped out wide, but I think he thought he had a better run on Arthur Harmon than he did. That's Rob I'm talking about. But Doug Beard's right on the bumper now. This is just a three-way battle for the lead, guys, and it is just unbelievable here as we start lap 10. We only have 3 more to go, including this one.
These guys are putting on a heck of a show for us. It's nice to see such a good battle like this up front.
It really is, and for those of you that are just joining in, if you haven't watched earlier,
Rob Fagg's going for the pass, door to door.
He's got the inside advantage, Kane. If he's able to pull out, he's still door to door, white knuckle racing
Arthur
right
has
now.
the advantage
Arthur
now.
Harmon gets pulled. Oh, trouble! No, contact in between Doug Beard and Rob Fagg, and that was crucial. Contact. They're still side by side. Rob is able to try to pull away. They're still side by side. Okay, this is insane. And as they come up to the top of the hill, who's going to have the advantage? Is it be Doug Beard or Rob Fagg? Doug Beard has got the advantage for the moment. Who will be able to tuck in? And Doug Beard is able to take second place from Rob, and that has got to hurt. The contact was there, but it was just racing the way I seen that one, and that's going to put Rob back in third. Doug now trying to look ahead to Arthur Harmon. Arthur Harmon is able to take a deep breath, Kane.
Yeah, but we need, Robert needs to take a deep breath and get himself collected, because he's definitely got the pace to get back up there and challenge these guys. I know he got a little discouraged. Oh, and he got loose. He's off into the grass. Hits the wall, spins it in third place. Robert Fagg heads further down the field. 4th and 5th now. Hopefully he can get it going back. He's got some damage. He's going to probably have to get to the pits. Yes.
Well, right now the eyes are all up front as Doug Beard is creeping on Arthur Harmon. Oh, and Doug Beard got a little squirrely there for a second. He's okay. But this is what it's going to come down to, folks. We're on lap number 11 of 13, and this is what it's all about. We have Arthur Harmont, who has done just an impossible task of holding off his drivers, and he has just been so patient, and he's just being smooth as he can be, and it's paid off to this point, Kane.
Yeah, he has definitely been the model of patience this race, and he's proven that just by being patient, you can do a great job, stay in the lead. Those guys have been pushing hard for his position, and he's just kept it going. He's just minded the track and kept it on the blacktop, held his line, stayed out of their way as they're trying to
Something
get
happened
around
to
him.
Doug Beard, Kane. Something happened to Doug Beard as he has disappeared. Where is he? He is in pit
He pulled into
road.
the pits. I'm thinking that contact between he and Robert Fagg must have been
Trouble
more
for
severe than what we've seen.
Fabrizio Battistella as well. Sorry, Kane, didn't mean to get you. Fabrizio Battistella, who was currently in third, gets off track, and he has some contact with the wall. He got back on track, but he definitely has some damage to the number 83 car as well, Kane. That's going to move Mario Girard up into second. And my goodness, has the face of this race changed. We went from having a 4-way battle there, or 3-way battle, but Mario was coming, to now Mario Girard is the only thing that's behind Arthur Harmon right now. So Arthur about to come to the white flag, and all he's got to do is keep this thing on track, Kane.
Yeah, I tell you what, we have definitely, those top three cars were having a great race, but while we were watching them, it looks like everybody else was having a heck of a time again on this track. Mario Girard's in second place, doing a great job. But, you know, we've seen Fabrizio off and into the tires. Douglas Beard's been in an instance, now in the pits. Peter Hebron's made his way back up to fourth, but even he had a instant where he went from first place to the pits. So he was another one that had some serious incidents. Covey Moore's back in fifth place. He's had an incident or two this race.
Oh, sorry, Kane. More trouble. I'm trying to see who it was there. Oh, man. It looked like Rob Fagg's car. I can't find out who it was.
Every one of these cars has just been tore up. Jim Egan. So these guys have had another really bad, tough race. So I'm sure everybody is anxious for this last lap to finish and to put motorsport behind them.
And how about this for a storyline for the papers in the morning? First week back to the GTCC. Number 80 driver Arthur Harmon is just 2 turns, folks, from making his debut win here at Mosport. What a fantastic job for the new 80 driver here in the GTCC as he joins Fabrizio's Battistella's side. Congratulations to your winner in race 3, the number 80 driver Arthur Harmon. Welcome to the GTCC.
Yeah, great job to Arthur. We definitely seen the model of patience from Arthur this race. Great job holding those 2 guys off who was charging so very hard. And he just kept his cool and kept his patience, and he ended out on top.
Yeah, he definitely deserved that win, Kane. He fought for it, and he won. I mean, he fought for what he deserved was his, and he showed him he definitely deserved that win.
How about Mario Girard finishing second?
He took the words out of my mouth. There
Absolutely
you go.
Fantastic. We know that Mario definitely deserved a good second place finish, so that's great to see.
Oh man, you know it. It's just like I said, you took it right out of my mouth. You know I'm very excited to see him after those 2 rough races for him in 1 and 2, and comes into the 3rd race and comes away with a second place finish. Congratulations to Mario Girard in the number 27 Diagonal Motorsports Kia. In just a second, I will do a rundown of how everybody finished. It was quite a crazy race, to say the least. But if you want to know a fun fact, 6 drivers finished on the lead lap. Believe it or not.
That is an interesting fun fact. I would not have guessed that many drivers on the lead lap.
And as they're finishing up, Kane, I will go ahead and read the unofficial final results. First place driver tonight in the 3rd race, congratulations to the number 80 of Arthur Harmon. Congratulations again, Arthur. He really did a great job. Going on to number 2 there, the second place finisher is the number 27 of Mario Girard. In 3rd is Fabrizio Battistella and the number 83, and that helps the 80 team out even more, finishing 1-3 in this final race tonight. Peter Hebron did a good job to battle back to finish 4th again, so good job by Peter Hebron. Covey Moore finishes 5th, and that's good for the number 15 driver of Covey Moore. Matt Gelder is able to finish in the 6th position. Simon Goodwin finishes 7th. Doug Beard had his issues with the contact and ended up in 8th place. Rob Fagg, had the bump in grind with Doug Beard. He finishes 9th. Drew Lidkey finishes 10th, and Jim Egan finishes in 11th. That is the 3rd and final race here at Mosport. I'm sure I am not to be disagreed with when I say the guys will be happy to move on next week.
Yeah, I think probably everybody will agree with you. I think Arthur Herman was happy with the track. He seemed to have several great races, so he's probably one of the only ones that was really happy. I mean, well, Douglas Beard did win twice, so he's probably happy with the track too.
Yeah, I definitely think that he has to be happy with what happened there. Uh, definitely, uh, definitely proud of Arthur Hermont to come into the league and represent with a victory like that. That's just, coming into a league and just doing well is tough. But to come in and get a victory your first week in the league, I know he's been here before, but it's been a little while since he's been on the track with these guys, and so for him to come in is really special.
Yeah, congratulations to him for a great finish. That was fantastic. It was, I'm sure 8 or 80 guys are going to be very happy with their decision to have Arthur driving, and it's definitely gave him a boost in the team points. Although the Matt Gelder and Doug's team have done well too. They've had first and fourth twice, I think, and that's got to be good for the points as well.
Yeah, that definitely helps in the point standings. And for those that have been so gracious to watch all season long, have been able to know that this point championship has just a roller coaster ride of moving up and down. And these guys have been so close in their battles so far this season with them that it is going to come down to one crazy final event that's really going to be the tale of all tales here in the GTCC this season. And one of the things we wanted to mention earlier, guys, was the Sportsmanship Week really was great. And Kane was mentioning just a little while ago, last week was a little itchy, Kane.
Yeah, it was. Last week was definitely filled with some controversy. There's no doubt about it. Uh, it all started with some simple contact that just kind of happens whenever these cars get on the track.
And, for those that don't know, it was Eddie DiPaolo was in a incident, and Kane, I think, has some footage for us to see, so you can be your own judge here in a minute. I'll let him bring that up for us, but the panel made their decision, and the decision was that he is to be suspended for 3 races, and after today, which just happened, his suspension is over. So I really hope that we get to see Eddie DiPaolo back next week. I missed him on the track this week. He served his time, and I hope we see him return next week, and I really do.
Yeah, I do too. He definitely brought his own little flair to the league. He's a good competitor week after week, and he definitely had a couple issues that people had with him, but that he had a really tough week last week. He had a few instances. Starting in the first race, he's in the lead, doing great, having a great run, and contact was made. It knocked him off out of the lead, and I'm sure it was pretty frustrating for him. It probably got him a little hot, and so he got it. He took the break and probably calmed down a little bit and decided to give it a go in race 2, and
for those of you that did miss it, it is on the screen right here. Okay, another trouble.
And in race 2, CP Allen goes off. He goes to miss CP Allen, gets into Robert Fagg, flips the car 4 or 5 times. It was a pretty big wreck there in race 2, and so that takes him out of the race, and so he probably just continues to get a little more and a little more steamed. He's just had a bad weekend, a lot like a couple of these guys had this weekend. And then race 3 comes along, and just he gets wrecked out at the start, and about halfway through the race, a couple laps into the race actually, he gets in front of the leaders and he just don't move.
I'm trying to see. It
He
looks
just
like
stays
Matt
there, kind
Gelder is
of
now in the
blocking the
second
leaders, and
position, Kane.
you can see Gelder and Doug Beard trying to get around him there, and he's just not yielding to the leaders.
Oh no, that could have been
And this was a
disastrous as
pretty big
Eddie
problem.
DePaula
It
almost got
caused
into the leader of Doug Beard,
the
or
lap times to
excuse me,
be
Matt Gelder
slowed
right
down, which
there.
allowed
And
other drivers to catch up to
man, that
them.
could have been just
And
absolute
he made
pandemonium as
contact
Eddie
with a couple
DePaula
drivers,
has already caused
and
one accident
it
today.
definitely posed a big problem for these guys. And so the review board took a look at everything. They determined that he intentionally slowed down to get in front of the drivers and block
Hopefully,
them,
I'm still
which
on the air, Kane.
it appears You that
are?
he
Sorry,
did.
I'm just watching
this
and
battle. My mouth is frozen. So he got a little hot-headed. He let his temper get the best of him. He, pulled a bonehead move and decided to try to hurt the race for some of the other guys. Maybe he felt like one of those guys he was blocking, or maybe both or all three of the guys that he was blocking contributed to his bad weekend, and so he was, trying to hold them up or cause them problems. That's apparently how the review panel seen it, and I have to agree with them. They gave him time to respond to the allegations. They didn't hear from him, and they felt like, one event suspension was fair, and I have to agree. That we these guys have to, all these guys have to deal with bad weeks. CP Allen, had a bad night tonight. Robert Fagg has had a bad night tonight, last week, and I think the week before. And we don't see these kinds of things from those drivers. So it's a standard that the league holds, and they don't want to see no retaliation like that. And I definitely agree.
Yeah, I'm behind it 100%. The key is here, guys, is the incidental contact is going to happen. Okay, it's part of racing. It happens, whether it's oval racing, road racing, motocross racing, riding a bicycle race. I don't care. It's going to happen. It's just part of it. The thing is, in the whole the panel decision, is the retaliation. Retaliational behavior will not be tolerated here at Grossim, and that goes for the GV8 drivers as well as the GTCC drivers. And I'm behind that 100%. Now, with being said, Eddie has served his time now, and he's one heck of a driver, and I do hope he makes a return to our league. But if not, it was fun while he was here, and I think that he definitely learned something from this. So it's really great that we can move on, and gosh, here we are. We've moved on, and Mosport has just been one heck of an event so far, or what we saw today. I mean, this track was just so challenging for all the drivers today. It really reached out and grabbed a lot of guys and just threw them into the wall. It loosened up some cars. It upset them and sent them riding through the grass. And it was a rough week, but we also got to see some great driving. And one of those some drivers are actually here to talk with us right now. And looks right now, Mario Girard is in here with us. And Mario, how are you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Oh man, I'm doing wonderful. Always doing good when we get to be watching you guys race. It's just truly a treat. But one thing I do want to say, Mario, is congratulations. A rough race 1 and 2. And then we told you good luck, and you sure did that. But you came out, battled hard, you ran good, smooth laps, and put down a second place finish in the in the third race, and it's definitely worth the congratulations.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the first 2 races was really difficult for me. Third race, as you mentioned, I was pacing, and I managed to finish in second place. But that's unfortunate because of the incident before that. But yeah, I will take it. And I have to say that Arthur did a great, awesome job tonight in the third race.
He truly did. Arthur Harmon did one fabulous job. He really showed some patience, and definitely deserved that win in race 3. He really did a good job. I really hope you get to watch the broadcast soon, Mario, and watch what Arthur did. He had Rob, who was just doing a great job of racing him cleanly and tough. And that's just a perfect example to everyone in the league on how to race somebody tough without getting physical. That was awesome. I mean, just a wonderful display of racecraft by both drivers. And congratulations to Arthur Harmont. We really are glad to have him here in the GTCC.
Oh yeah, that's well said, because I was lucky enough to see those guys battling just in front of me, or not far from me.
Yeah, we could see you there when we watched them. We could see that Diagonal Motorsports Kia back there, buddy. Don't worry about that. We saw you back there, my friend, and we actually, I said if these guys get to battling, and this was around lap 7 or 8 when we saw you were creeping in there, and I said, you know what? I said if these 3 up here at the front start battling, my good buddy back there is going to be catching on up here, and we're going to have a 4-way battle for first. So it was definitely fun. Unfortunately, Doug and Rob got into each other just a little bit, just doing some racing, and unfortunately both of them ended up having to go pit for repairs, and that but that allowed you to finish second. I know that's not how you wanted to finish second, but still, you did a good job just racing some smooth, clean laps, and you never know what can happen. So, good job, Mario. Congratulations. Also, Doug is here. I really do want to talk to Doug. As Doug, how are you doing?
Well, kind of crappy, JD. I feel bad about getting into Rob. So that was, and my car was fine. I just withdrew. So I didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, I know that you didn't want that to happen, but y'all, I mean, you got to understand you were putting on one heck of a show, and y'all were battling so great there, and I know you hated that to happen. And that shows great sportsmanship what you did there. And but wow, man, I actually thought you had damage enough to pit or something. That's why you pitted. I didn't know that you did that. You withdrew. So man, that's really honorable right there, Doug.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I could have soldiered on, but I mean the car was absolutely fine. But I just felt terrible. And the thing of it is, I wasn't even really, trying to be racy. They were side by side, and I even went really wide, just so that if something happened, I would have a chance to react. But then Rob was never gonna try and stick it in out there. He was always going to back off and pull in line, and I didn't know that. I was already committed to that wide line, and I had to hit the brakes and turn the car left, and it just, of course, didn't turn quick enough. And I got into him, and he said it broke his rear axle, so he was undrivable, and that's just, I hated that. I really hate it, because he was due for a win, that's for sure, and he was, at least we were putting on a good show, and sorry that it happened.
Well, I really hope you get to watch the broadcast soon, and he really did a killer job battling Arthur, and the patience that Arthur Harmont was showing tonight was unbelievable. That's what I was telling Mario at the beginning of his interview. There was just an awesome show of racecraft from both of those drivers. Both of them did a really good job of putting on a show, and then you were right in the mix, and it just made for one heck of a race here in this third race. And,
yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say I had the front row seat to the whole thing, and I was really, what I was waiting for was, once they were gonna make a pass, I was gonna follow someone through. So that's really all I was hoping to do. I wasn't even trying to pressure. I was just trying to kind of stay within reach, and just dumb luck, I guess.
Yeah, when you're racing, inches from each other, things like that happen. That's racing. It is a tough break, like you said. I'm sure you felt horrible about it, but in those situations like that, where y'all are just so close, racing bumper to bumper, it's definitely easy to see how a little contact can be made here and there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it was it wasn't that hard of a hit, and sure enough, just ruined Rob's race. Of course, his luck. Of course, been having all season. Of course, it would do that.
Yeah, and the same kind of thing happened to him a couple weeks ago. Just some light contact, and it just happened to get him right in the wheel, broke his wheel. Contact that normally wouldn't have done any damage at all to the car, took him out of the race. So that's just kind of when you get that bad luck for it's been hitting everybody. It seems like a couple races here and there. It seems like it grabs you pretty hard and it don't want to let go for a while.
Yeah, and unfortunately, caught him going into the holiday break here, so he's gonna stew for a couple weeks, unfortunately. But hopefully, he eats and drinks enough that he'll be merry on the other end, and he'll put his practice in. He'll come out quicker, I'm sure.
Yeah, I believe definitely, and we all, like we said, we will be off next week, and for Christmas time, and really want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. But this was one heck of a track to race before a break. I mean, Mosport really whipped everybody in the hiney for one time or another there. And it was a tough place. This is such a technical track for these front-wheel drive cars. They can get loose in a heartbeat out there, and it showed tonight. But for the most part, we with all the action, we really had some really good racing tonight, and that was due to yourself and Arthur Harmon, and even your teammate Matt Gelder gave us some great racing tonight. We saw everybody, a little bit out of everybody tonight, have a good race with somebody. So it really hope you guys get to go watch yourselves on the broadcast soon, and we always appreciate you having us coming and talking with us here.
Cheers. Thanks, JD and Kane. Awesome job as usual. Good night, guys.
Hey, Doug.
And thanks again, Doug. That is the driver of the number 23, Doug Beard. And his teammates here with us, Matt Gelder in the number 69. Key, I don't want to get it wrong there, Matt. I'm going to get it right every time from now on. And how did race 3 differ from races 1 and 2 for you, bud?
Sorry about that. It started out pretty good, and ended up falling behind. I was trying to make sure that didn't cause any wreck, so I was kind of letting it by. And coming down the hill down on the sweeper, I kind of got offline and ended up bouncing across the grass and got stuck in the tire barrier.
Well, it can get rough, and like I said, this is a really track, and I thought overall, as you look at the course of 3 races, you really had a good night, Matt, and I hope that you don't let that third race there, that one incident get you down, because you really did well tonight, and really helped the team out.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing coming into, is to make sure that I contribute to the team standings and trying to help Rob out, or Doug out as much as possible.
You did the JD right there, Matt. You did the JD. I always want to put you with Rob and put Doug with somebody else, and I always mix it up. But definitely, buddy, and you did your part 100% tonight. So that's definitely something to look forward to as we move on in this season.
Yeah, hopefully that kind of boosts us a little bit. I know that the 80 guys did a heck of a job tonight, especially Arthur. So it's going to be, we'll have to see what the standings come out to and see if we came out with second place in team standings or if we got to fight a little bit harder in the next couple weeks.
Boy, that is going to be fun, because you and for 80 guys, both teams did a phenomenal job tonight. So it is going to be so fun to see how the points turn out here soon. Guys, y'all have been giving us a roller coaster ride for points, and it has been truly a thrill to watch. So it's very enjoyable, Kane.
Yeah, definitely. The points have been so close, and now to see Matt really stepping up his game in the last couple of weeks and really putting in some good finishes, we're going to see that team points really get closer. But as far as the individual points, Robert Fagg, having those couple bad weeks there, that's seemed to move him down in the points. But once we figure in the 2 drop weeks that they get, he's still up there pretty close. And I think that he and Doug will still be within fighting distance of that championship. So we'll still get to see a good points championship fight toward the end of the season.
Oh yeah, I think the last 2 weeks will be. It's going to come down to crunch time for our team, and then for 80, and then for Team Overkill, because Team Overkill's leading, but they're not leading by much. And Jim Pennington didn't make it today, so that kind of hurt their standings.
Yeah, that is a good point, and we didn't mention that in the broadcast. We did not have Jim Pennington here tonight. He was truly missed, and because he has really turned on the guns lately and has been firing on all cylinders, as he has been getting a lot of second-place finishes lately and a win. And so they definitely missed him tonight. I know Rob surely missed him, so Team Overkill, sure they'll be back after the Christmas break, and we'll have a great battle to the end in the team points championship as well as the personal points championship. So can't wait, and it's all going to be coming to us 2 weeks from tonight.
Yeah, January 8th is when we come back from our 2 weeks vacation.
Excuse me, yeah, 2 weeks from, actually 3 weeks from now, if you look at it like, yes, 3 weeks until we come back, guys. So y'all are going to have quite a bit of time off to do some practicing, and be fun to see who's able to get the most out of their break off.
Oh yeah, I think everybody's going to be practicing and getting their setups down packed for the next 2 races. I know I will be.
Well, it's definitely fun to think about and talk about. We surely have enjoyed it this far, and congratulations, Matt, for truly turning the season around for yourself. Definitely got out of that bad luck hole, as well as Mario Gerard, who's really turned it on here lately. And both of you guys, congratulations. And hey, y'all both have a Merry Christmas, as to all the drivers and all the viewers watching, and can't wait to see you guys back in the new year.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody, and yeah, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys January 8th.
That sounds great. Matt, do you know where we'll be that week on January the 8th?
Okay, now you're putting me on the spot, because now I can't think.
Yeah. Welcome to my world. He does that to me all the time. But I do have a schedule.
Matt, you're just
right
lucky.
here.
Kane's just happy
So
I
I can
picked you
save
instead
you.
of him.
Good, because I was looking it up real fast, but it's being weird, and so it's taking forever.
Looks like we'll be at Zolder.
Yep. Oh boy, that is one of my favorites. We'll be at Zolder.
Except
and I
it says
love
January 7th.
Let me take a look at my handy-dandy calendar here. As we go into 2014, it should be the 7th. January the 8th is a Wednesday, so I guess it will be January the 7th from Zolder. So you were close enough, Matt. We'll count that as a correct answer. And
I was trying to get everybody to come that day late, so I could just be the only one there.
That's
a
good strategy right there. That's a way to come away with a for sure win, my friend. I like it. And but definitely so far to this point, and Mario Gerard, like I said, you as well, buddy, turning this thing around. It's going to be so fun to see how we come out of the Christmas holiday break and come back 2 weeks from now, after 3 weeks from now, and see who has been able to make the changes and come back. This point standings has been so close, guys, and I really believe it's going to come down to the final race here in the GTCC. It's just been too great of a show already not to. So we really are looking forward to that week, and I think we're going to have a nice-sized broadcast for you guys on the finale week, and very, very excited to bring you that broadcast, as it should be a very special broadcast for you.
Thank you, guys, and Merry Christmas, and a great year for the coming year.
Oh, cheers to that, buddy. Absolutely. The new year should be a great year for GrossM, GTCC, GV8, and of course us at GrossM TV, and big improvements to come for the new year. You know, this year has really been a first year, and it's not even been a whole year. It's actually just been a quarter of a year, if you can imagine, that we've only been doing this as far as the broadcast goes. So really excited to start a brand new year. It'll be our first year starting as a new year as a team, and me and Kane are really looking forward to bringing you guys some really phenomenal broadcasts to come in the new year. So we're really looking forward to that.
Can't wait for that. That's you guys are doing a heck of a job. Every week you're doing a heck of a job. So can't wait to see what a whole year produces.
Yeah, we seem to be learning a little bit more each and every week. So hopefully, as the year progresses, we learn even more, and we're able to get just that much better for you guys.
I know I'm looking forward to it. And I tell you what, I hate to say it, but I guess time's about running out with us here at Mosport. It's been one crazy week in Canada, and I'm telling you what, I'm ready for Santa Claus, so we're going to have to get off here in a minute. But any final thoughts as we end the race here tonight, Kane?
Just a great race by everybody. It was, this third race was action-packed, fantastic. Arthur really displayed some great patience when he was racing there with Robert Fagg, and it was just great to see that side-by-side action. And I'm sorry that everybody had such a tough time at Mosport. It seems like just about everybody on the track had a tough time at some point or another, and Mosport proved to be a pretty tough track. I hope everybody has a good Christmas, takes the time off, and enjoy some time with their family, and then we'll be back in a few weeks and be back at it, hard racing.
And that is incredible. Can't wait to come back already. I'm already missing the time off.
Yeah, what are we going to do, JD, with these next 2 weeks? What are we going to do? We're going to go crazy.
I know. I don't know. We'll figure something out. And for those of you, just final thought here, I really want to thank some of the viewers that have come by week after week to watch the broadcast here at Gross MTV. Right now, there's 8 live viewers watching the broadcast. So, I want to say hello to everybody and thanks for being a part of this broadcast. And we sure do appreciate you guys watching. And for those that aren't able to watch it live, we thanks for the many views that we get on YouTube each week. And I really want to say that although we will not be here for the next 2 weeks due to the holiday season, we really want to say thanks for being here so far, and please don't go anywhere. Join us as we will be back January the 7th. But I do want to say to all the drivers here in the GTCC, I would love to see the league grow into the new year. You know, the GV8 on Monday nights has been growing phenomenally, and it's really, really great to see. And I'd love to see the same growth happen here in the GTCC series. So hopefully we can, with 2 weeks off, maybe I can come up with a good way to recruit some great men to come in here and race with us, and really help the GTCC grow as well, because it's such a great league. I'd really like to see it grow a little bit. But anyways, guys, I truly have enjoyed it here at Mosport, and I want to wish everybody that's been a part of us here so far through our early testament of a broadcast here. I want to thank everybody that's helped me and Kane and really showed your support for this broadcast. We really have enjoyed doing it for you guys. And thanks to the viewers who come out and watch every week. You guys are great. And y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we look forward to seeing you soon. You can check, please check back to see. I'm sure me and Kane will be doing some crazy fun broadcasts out of the blue. And during these off time, I'm sure, Kane, you can agree to that, buddy.
Yeah, I think we will probably do a special broadcast or two over the next couple weeks.
So, guys, definitely check back to Twitch, and I'm sure we'll post some info and anything we may have. But in the meantime, guys, it's been real fun here, and I want to thank everybody one more time. Y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you for the GTCC in 3 weeks on January the 7th. In the meantime, guys, y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Until next time, good night.